I stood before a death decree. A trumpet sound demanded my bow, but I knew in whom I had believed, and I would not bow down. The king raised his voice in anger, and the whole world pushed on me. But deep inside my heart there was a greater truth I could see. They said, "Who will save you now, before the fire and the flame?" But I knew even in the trial, God's presence stays the same. I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. 4 men in the fiery furnace, but the fire could not destroy. For in the midst of burning flames, the Son of God brought joy. The fire cannot burn whom God protects. The furnace cannot take their life. When God steps into my trial, even darkness has to hide. They tied my hands and feet in chains and threw me into the flame. But what was meant to end my life became the place He came. I was not alone inside the fire. Someone walked there with me, and in the heat of greatest trial, He brought heaven down to me. How many have been thrown into fire for refusing to deny their faith? But it is in the greatest pressure that God reveals His grace. Chains fall down and doors are opened, and death turns into life. For the God who walks within the fire is the one who ends the I see 4 men loose, walking in the midst of the fire, and they have no hurt, and the form of the 4th is like the Son of God. 4 men in the fiery furnace, yet none of them were lost. For in the middle of persecution, God Himself paid the cost. And if today you're in the fire, do not think you will be consumed. The God of Shadrach, Meshach, Abednego is walking there with you. The fire may be real, but greater is the one with you. For so long I walked through shadows, not knowing what was yet to come. I watched my dreams fall to the ground and felt my strength slowly disappear. I asked questions in my suffering, searching for answers in the dark. But the heavens seemed so silent as I carried the weight of pain. When I thought that all was lost, when hope seemed ready to fade away, I heard your voice above the storm, reminding me of who you are. Now I know. I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted. God is still in control, even when I cannot understand. God is still writing my story, even when everything seems lost. What my eyes cannot yet see, your hands are already preparing. And what looked like the end to me was only God still working. Then my eyes finally saw you in a way I never had before. Not only through what I had heard, but through your presence in my life. My wounds did not tell the whole story, my tears were not the final page. Above every pain I had endured, your purpose remained unchanged. Who can stop your holy purpose? Who can stand against your power? The winds obey your mighty voice, and heaven declares who you are. When everything seemed destroyed, you were preparing restoration. While I was weeping through the trial, you were writing my redemption.
I know that you can do all things, and that no purpose of yours can be thwarted.
If the storm tries to frighten me, I will remember this truth forever. The God who carried Job to the end remains the same for every generation. Nothing escapes your authority, nothing slips from your hands. And after the darkest night, a new morning rises again. When you cannot understand the journey, when the answers take time, remember, God has never lost control, not even for a single moment. was taken into a valley of death, where everything was dry and gone. Only silence and abandonment, and no light to hold on. The bones were scattered on the ground, no strength, no form, no breath. And I thought, there is no more hope in the face of certain death. But then I heard the voice of the Lord speaking within the vision, something impossible to my eyes was given new direction. Thus says the Lord God unto these bones, behold, I will cause breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Among dry bones God speaks life, where nothing else remained in me. He breathes His Holy Spirit and makes the broken breath free. What was dead begins to rise, what was lost begins to stand. For when God chooses to speak, even death obeys His hand. I saw the bones come together, aligned by the voice of God. What was shattered and forgotten was restored by His word. Sinews formed, flesh returned, and life began to rise. For a single word from heaven turned the valley into skies. How many lie in deep valleys without strength to believe again? But the same God of Ezekiel still brings life from death and pain. He does not depend on what we see, nor on what appears to be real. When He speaks into dry places, even death begins to heal. Thus says the Lord God unto these bones, behold, breath to enter into you, and ye shall live. Among dry bones God speaks life, and everything starts to change. The valley of death becomes promise when His breath rearranges. And if today you feel empty, with no strength to carry on, the God who spoke into dry bones can still make you strong. Where there was death, God still speaks life. I saw the sorrow fill that house. No tears were left to cry. Mary and Martha stood in silence as hope seemed to die. The body had been laid in darkness 4 days inside the tomb, and silence of the final ending had filled the room. But even when all said it's over, something greater filled the air. For when Jesus steps into the story, death begins to disappear. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth! Lazarus, come forth now! The voice of God has spoken. What was dead for many days is now completely broken. No stone can hold his power back. No grave can keep his own. When Christ calls out a name in power, death must leave the throne." I saw the impossible happen when Jesus raised his voice. The grave clothes fell down to the ground, and life made its choice. He does not only bring comfort, he rewrites the end. For where the presence of Jesus is, death cannot defend. How many lie in living graves with no strength to rise? But the same voice that called Lazarus can open your eyes. He never forgets the ones he loves, nor loses those who wait. When he speaks with holy power, even death breaks its gate. And when he thus had spoken, he cried with a loud voice, "Lazarus, come forth! Lazarus, come forth now! It can happen here today! The God who conquered death itself can roll your stone away. And if today you feel so lifeless in places deep inside, hear the voice of Jesus calling to bring you back to life. When Jesus calls your name, even death must move away. I was walking through a path with no light, where the shadows seemed to swallow me whole. The silence felt heavier than fear, and I no longer knew how to move on. Questions were screaming inside my soul, and the future felt like it disappeared. But even when I could not see ahead, something was holding me up. It was not the absence of pain, nor the end of the storm. It was an unseen presence keeping me safe in the dark. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Even if I walk in the darkness, I will not fear, I will not fall, because the God who walks beside me will not leave me alone at all. Even when I see no way out, even when everything feels like the end, your love leads me through the night and remains my faithful friend. I thought I had been forgotten, that the valley was my final place. But in the deepest part of sorrow, I felt your fatherly embrace. You never turned your eyes from me, not even for a single moment. And in the silence of the darkness, your mercy found where I went. How many walk without hope today, thinking God has turned away? But even in the darkest valley, it is the Lord who makes a way. Your staff corrects and guides me, your rod lifts me up again. And even when all seems lost around me, you are with me till the end. Even though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for you are with me. Your rod and your staff, they comfort me. Yeah, even if the world collapses, I know I am never alone. The shepherd of my soul is guiding me, and will always lead me home. If today you walk in darkness, do not fear. He is with you. I was weeping silently in the temple, with a heart full of deep pain. Everyone saw only my sorrow, but no one understood my shame. The humiliation weighed upon me, and barrenness was my cross. But even when no one could hear me, I poured my heart to God. I was not just speaking prayers, I was pouring out my soul. And in the place no one could see me, God was making me whole. For this child I pray, and the Lord has granted me my petition, which I asked of Him. Hannah's tears were heard by heaven in the perfect time of God. What seemed completely impossible became a miracle of love. I laid my sorrow on the altar, and God turned grief into song. For those who cry before the heavens never cry in vain for long. I left the temple fully changed, even before the answer came. For when God touches the broken heart, hope begins to flame. What was shame became a promise. What was pain became praise. And the womb that was once silent was filled with God's grace. How many women cry in secret, thinking God will not respond? But He collects each hidden tear before it even falls beyond. No prayer is ever forgotten, no cry is ever lost in space. The God who heard Hannah in the temple still answers with His grace. For this child I pray, and the Lord has granted me my petition, which I asked of Him. Hannah's tears were heard in heaven, and the promise came to life. The God who turns barrenness to blessing never leaves a heart in strife. And if today you are still crying, not knowing what will be, remember, God still listens, and He will answer you and me. A cry in the altar always becomes God's answer. I was in silence in the Spirit when a voice called me from above, saying, "Come up here." And everything changed in love. A door I had never seen before opened right in front of me. And the weight of the earth behind me fell as I stepped into mystery. It was not just a vision, it was the throne revealed, and everything I knew on earth became unreal. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. And the first voice which I heard was as it were of a trumpet talking with me, which said, "Come up hither, and I will shew thee things which must be hereafter." When heaven opens over me, nothing holds me down again. I saw eternity's doorway calling me to rise and ascend. The voice that breaks all limits takes me beyond what I see. For when heaven is manifested, the earth must bend its knee. I saw the beginning of glory, a light that never fades, and everything that once felt limited lost its power and its chains. The world became so small and distant before the throne of God, and what once looked like the end of my journey was just where I had begun. Who can stand when heaven opens? Who can ignore his call? If he speaks from highest glory, he will carry through it all. Nothing on earth compares to what the heavens show, and those who enter that dimension will never be low. After this I looked, and behold, a door was opened in heaven. When heaven opens over me, I am never the same again. For the voice that comes from the eternal throne calls me to rise and ascend. And if today you feel the burden of this world upon your soul, listen to the voice from heaven saying, "Come up and know."
When heaven opens,
Nothing on earth stays the same. I saw the weight of this broken world, tears no one could fully count, hearts marked by deep sorrow, while pain seemed to surround. Death was walking among the living, and grief filled every space. But deep inside there was a promise that time would not erase. A voice came from the eternal throne and changed reality, declaring that the end of sorrow had been set by divinity, and God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. The new earth is already coming, where no more pain will stay. God wipes away all tears, and sorrow fades away. No more death and no more crying, no more brokenness or fear, for heaven is preparing a place where all is clear. I see beyond the present moment a reality without end, where perfect peace will reign forever, and all in Him will mend. What feels so heavy in this season will vanish in His light, for the promise of the eternal leads us into life. How many cry while waiting, not knowing what is ahead, but the God who rules tomorrow has already conquered dread. He does not only comfort, it makes all things new again, and turns the darkest pages into eternal love's plan. And God shall wipe away all tears from their eyes. The new earth is already coming, and nothing can delay. The eternal kingdom is prepared for those who choose His way. Will heal and restore again. No more pain. Only eternity with God. I was lying there for so long, waiting for a miracle to come. People pass me every single day, but no one stopped for someone. My strength was gone completely, and hope had almost faded away. I lived stuck in the same old place, while time was turning gray. But then I heard a different voice breaking through my pain. It was not just an invitation, it was power in your name. Jesus, saith unto him, rise, take up thy bed and walk. Get up and walk, your voice spoke life and broke my deepest chain. What was my prison became my path when you called me by your name. I had been stuck for so many years, but your word made me whole. For when Jesus speaks his living word, it restores the soul. I did not need someone to carry me, nor water to heal my frame. One word that came from heaven above changed everything in my name. What I could not do for years and years happened in a single moment's breath. For the power of your holy presence defeats even death. How many wait for answers still, stuck in the same old place? But one word from Jesus spoken can rewrite every trace. He does not need conditions nor time to make things new. When he says rise up and walk now, there is nothing you can't do. Jesus, safe unto him rise. Take up thy bed and walk. Get up and walk, I followed you, and everything began to change. For those who receive your living word will never be the same. And if today you feel so broken with no strength to carry on, hear the voice of the Son of God, still calling you to come. One word from Jesus, and everything can rise again. Sores covered every part of my body. Pain would not let me rest. Sitting among ashes in silence, I felt my strength fading away. Everything I once possessed was gone. My days no longer carried light. The nights were heavy and endless, and sorrow followed every step. Then I heard a familiar voice from someone who once walked beside me. But those words pierced my heart like the coldest wind in the desert. She said, "Do you still hold fast your integrity? Curse God and die." But my soul held on to hope, even when everything seemed lost. If we accept good from God, should we not also endure trouble? Though wounded, I kept believing. Though broken, I chose to trust. It was not only the pain of the source, it was the pain of remaining faithful when everyone expected me to fall. I searched for strength to stand. I could not understand your way, nor the reason for this trial. But something deep inside my soul still worshipped in the darkness. When the voice of despair was shouting, trying to make me abandon my faith, when suffering spoke louder than hope, I remembered who you are. The God who reigns above the heavens had not lost control of my life. Even without answers to my questions, I knew you were still with me. Do you still hold fast your integrity? Yes, Lord. I will remain faithful, even if the whole world abandons me. I will not let go of your hand. If pain comes like a mighty storm, if the night seems it will never end, the God who sustained Job in the ashes will also sustain me. When even those you love begin to doubt, when hope seems far away, stand firm, because God is still in control. Even in the middle of the trial. I left my father's house behind to live life on my own way, with promises of freedom that quickly turned to gray. I spent everything I had and found no place to stand. What looked like joy and pleasure became a lonely land. I fell into the deepest part, with no strength left in me. But in the silence of my broken heart, I chose to leave and be free. to his father. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him and had compassion, and ran and fell on his neck and kissed him. The son who returns home finds love that never ends. The father runs to meet him and calls him child again. No matter what my past became, or everything I've lost, the love of my father carried me. No matter what the cost. I tried to find the right words to justify my shame, but my father's loving eyes already called my name. He didn't treat me like a servant, nor bring my failures near. He welcomed me as his beloved son and washed away my fear. How many are still far away, living in despair and pain? But the Father still is waiting, with arms out in the rain. He does not reject the broken, nor turn away the fall, for the love of our eternal Father still answers every call. But when he was yet a great way off, his father saw him. The son who returns home is never the same again. Is never the same again. Is never the same again. For the Father's holy embrace brings life from deep within. Brings life from deep within. And if today you feel so lost, not knowing where to go, the Father is still waiting. Just turn around and go. The Father's love always has a home for you.